Hey, this is Kristen. And as you guys sometimes know, what you spray determines how you spray more than anything else of environment, temperature, humidity, etc. So we wanted to take some time today to talk about PPG's Envirobase product and maybe some things that you want to consider with your equipment, specifically your paint guns when you're spraying and applying the paint. So we've come up to sit down with SADA to talk to them about their guns and their recommendations. Tony, thanks for taking the time.
Hey, welcome.
I appreciate it. So you and I both spray a lot of PPG product, and we've both kind of had over the time learned a few tips and tricks. Let's just share a little bit about what the shops need to consider with their equipment when they're spraying the Envirobase.
Okay, well, and with water, PPG's done a great job of making a product that sprays very, very similarly to what people were used to. I think the perception is that it's going to be difficult, and I think both of us, have seen it's simple, it works great, but you do have to have the right nozzle sets. Nozzle sets in a spray gun control everything from atomization to color match, and so the guns can control a lot. For us, we have a couple of recommended nozzle sets that are going to work for most painters spraying Envirobase. In the HVLP gun, we have a nozzle set that we call a WSB, and that WSB is a 1.25 millimeter nozzle set. It's designed to give you a very thin pattern, but it's very tall, very even, almost a rectangular shape. And so it's very even for getting very fine droplet size, very close together droplets, but a very even droplet, so that it presses the water out at an even rate across the panel, but it gives you very great metallic control and color control. With the 4000 gun, it's even been improved to where it helps drive the water out a little quicker, so your flash off time improves. Through cure time to clear coat is very fast. But we also, for painters that are not using HVLP, we have the RP model, and we developed about 2.5 years ago for a 3000 gun, a new nozzle set that's a 1.1 millimeter, and we brought it into the 4000. And in the RP gun, where that has an advantage with the 1.1 millimeter nozzle, is that when we get into a humid environment with the RP, we run a higher air cap pressure than we do HVLP. So with the RP now, instead of running at 26 or 27 psi, if I have a real humid day, I can turn the air pressure up a little bit, spray up closer to 30, 31, maximum 32, and it helps to drive that water out of the paint so we get a faster flash off time when it's a humid environment. But what also is nice, we get in a hot, dry climate, it's hard to slow water down enough. And so with that gun, I can lower that air pressure and spray in that 23, 24 psi range for my coverage coats, and I can get to lay the droplets on just a little bit wetter, and it lays down nice on a blend, so I'm not getting over drying. So those are important things that we've worked with and to come up with nozzles that work great with Envirobase.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, because I know for me, when I was thinking about going through a lot of the switches, we all want to hang on to that HVLP gun because we've had it for so long and making the jump to reduce pressure, but there's really some great benefits in water to going to a reduced pressure gun. Some great control and some great things the painter can do. Specifically, we get a little down south, it gets a little humid on it.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Any other tips, anything for equipment, application when it comes to Envirobase that would be good for the shops to know?
Well, I think and certainly PPG does a great job in their classes. Before they put a shop in, they're going to take them through a class that's going to teach them how to use it. From our side, everything from filtration, they need to have clean air. Really, everything that we've been taught for 20 years about best practices on cleaning an object, cleaning a vehicle, making sure your air is clean, they show more true today when we spray with water. So for us, everything from filtration to the blow dryers that we use for blow drying the surface, our blow dryers that we use are called dry jets. They work good because they don't create too much velocity across the panel. You want to increase, obviously, the air volume that blows across the surface to blow it dry, but not absolutely emptying every bit of air out of the compressor in the shop. And so we run that maximum 9.3 CFM through our dry jet, so it works for most shops, can run that. Together with Envirobase, it makes a great pair. That equipment with that paint, it really does help dry it very quickly.
Yeah, it does make it great. It makes a great repair process. It makes a great everything. So for those of you that have made the switch to Envirobase, we know that you are super excited about what it's done for your facility and productivity, but also what it's done for the quality and how easy it is to spray. color match and everything is there. So if you haven't made that switch to Envirobase and you're thinking about it, we can't recommend it enough. We just love the product and what it does. I've been spraying with it for a couple of years now, and I don't think I'd go back. I thought for years, am I going to make that switch and could I go back? And I just don't think I'd go back now. I think I'm stuck with it. So if you have any questions about Envirobase, application, any of the paint guns that you've seen today, you can always reach us here at Collision Hub. We'll be happy to answer any of those questions, or be in touch with your local PPG area representative, or give PPG a call directly. Thanks.